General Bakare has explained the status of the job. But let me say that the job is running from here to a 0 point to Kaduna, from Kaduna to Zaria, and Zaria to Kano. And Section 3 is in Kano State and substantially completed. Only 17 kilometers is left. But the condition of the road where it stopped down to the Kano airport is so terrible. And so we have included about 5.3 kilometers there in the section of Kano. And it is something that I'm sure that the people of Kano State and of course Nigerians will be very happy and very proud of. We've also incorporated solar light along that corridor. And so BUA is doing that at a cost of 42 billion, and that is at about 1.9 billion per kilometer, because it's done on concrete with solar light. And so 375 kilometers dualized, or you call it 750 kilometers of road. The job was all completed to the level of 52% by Julius Berger on flexible pavement, and they were paid 391 billion by the past administration. So we inherited about 240 kilometers. In this section 1, where you get to 0 point, going to Kogi State, you will see it's also an eyesore. And so we have extended another 2 kilometers towards Kogi State. And so we have additional 7.5 kilometers and that we have added to the original 750 kilometers. And so the Berger has 78 kilometers, or 176, 86 kilometers, or 172 kilometers. And the cost that we have given to Berger for this section is 349 billion, or 2.03 billion per kilometer, and it's on flexible pavement. And the section 1 is 38 kilometer, or 76 single carriageway, 76 carriageway, 76. That's if you multiply 38 by 2. And the cost is also 145 billion, or 1.9 billion per kilometer. And let me assure, like Senator Adamu Alero mentioned, this section 3 and section 1 under tax credit, which is even cheaper than what Dangote is doing on flexible pavement, and will last between 50 and 100 years, is going to be the same quality like the coastal road or the Apapa Woroshoki that Senator Adamu Alero mentioned. And that is what we are going to witness here, and it's going to be a demonstration of the concrete road that Mr. President is advancing in the course of our durable road construction. And this is quite very heartwarming that the cost of the concrete is even cheaper than the cost of the flexible pavement. But sadly enough, when we got directive to divide this into 3, because Berger said, look, to do this entire job, they need a total of 1.5 trillion. And we started negotiations in September last year. And we've been talking almost every week, writing papers until we came to a point and said, look, you say that you will use 1.5 trillion and it will take you 4 years to complete. We don't want to be on this road for another 4 years. There have been kidnapping. There have been a lot of, traffic jams on this road. The president of Nigeria, Senator, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, does not want to hear that. And so we presented the option of balkanizing the road into 3, which we have done, and he approved it. And so we are in the first section. When we did that, by writing, Berger accepted in writing what we did, and even the rate. But we didn't know that they were playing games by, continue to play delay tactics. And at that time, their own section was 710 billion, both what was done and the new thing to be done. And so at the time we say, go and start, and you start in first section. Even the Minister of Finance promised that they will be paying 20 billion every month to get this job done. Then they came back and said, no, we have to increase. We increased from 710 to 740 billion. We went to Federal Executive Council and they gave us approval. Only for last week for them to write us and say, no, we won't do for 740. We want to do for 903 billion. Even if you accept 903 billion, it will upset the Ministry of Works, because every contractor will be looking for that kind of money. And that will go for about 4 billion per kilometer for an existing road we are rehabilitating on asphalt. And when you look at this asphalt, you will see some signs of failures, which they have started patching. But you will not see any sign of failure on the concrete, which is cheaper than their own. So our position is that we are not increasing this contract for Julius Berger beyond 740 billion, and that this game is supposed to be over. And the game must be over. I've invited them for a meeting tomorrow. If they are not doing it, we will terminate the job, and then we get people to do it the same quality of the coastal road, the same quality of Apapa Oworonshoki. It will be a plus for us. If they can leave the job, we will do it on concrete, and we will not maintain the road for another 50 years. And so whoever that knows Julius Berger should please beg them for me. We cannot do what they want. They have been pushing us around. In Bodo Boni, they got what they wanted. In other sections, we have said no. Because if you do what Berger is looking for, even Dangote is here, I'm sure he's surprised that his own cost is cheaper than, Berger. But if you will not do it, we get somebody to do it. We are not increasing beyond what we have given. So, beg Berger to please stop the game. They have put the project into politics, so they are using it to demarcate our administration, and we think enough should be enough. We are very much committed to doing this. So Mr. President has directed, two-pronged action. One, he directed that we should do palliative on the road. Those who are using the road now, we know that very serious, effective repair works are going on the road. And by the middle of November, you can pass from here down to Kaduna with your eyes closed. So we have started that, and the 3 emergency projects as directed by the president is being given out at a very minimum cost to do it. In fact, the entire palliative repairs is under, under 3.3 billion. And so the patching has started. It's not with stone base, it's with asphalt. So we are doing that irrespective of the fact. So the games of Berger should stop, because first of all is to make the road very much motorable, while we spend the next 6 to 12 months maximum to get the entire job done as directed by Mr. President. So we want to thank the Senate committee, for coming to be part of this. And we want to thank the Dangote PLC, and we want to thank the subcontractor High Tech. And we are very confident of the quality of the work and the speed of the work. And so we are going to be blocking the roads in sections. But I beg High Tech to start the work, that's Dangote, stroke High Tech, to start it in about 3 sections. Most importantly, from the end of the road, where the road is, bad. So they are going to meet the asphalt and put, 8 inches continuous reinforced concrete. And when you see the reinforcement is 20 mm, it's more than what you used to build a bridge. And so we like to see this, and we are very, very grateful to Mr. President for his commitment and attention for the past 1 year that Berger has been tossing us up and down. But we want to do this to demonstrate that greater than Berger, are here in our administration. And we will do it and we prove it. Papa Oworonshoki we did on concrete, no single maintenance, and we have a lot of vehicles parking day and night, even though it wasn't built for dead loads. But it shows the quality and the convenience and the durability of using concrete to do our roads. So I'm very grateful to Mr. President for his commitment in the infrastructure development of the country, which he inherited in a very decayed situation. But he's a man of courage, and I believe strongly that within the first tenure, going into second tenure by God's special grace, Nigeria will see that Mr. President came on a divine mission. So, to the glory of God, and with gratitude to all the players in this direction, I wish to flag off the permanent reconstruction of Section 1 of this road under a task credit to the glory of God. Amen. Thank you.
Nigerian contractors have come of age if they can compete with Julius Berger. I witnessed the road constructed by Dangote under task credit. The same contractor that is doing this one, high tech, is the one that did Apapa or Shoki Expressway. And as you rightly heard from the Honorable Minister, that road can last for over 55 years. And it has been done without any problem whatsoever. So I'm sure the entire people of the North will be very happy to hear that the Minister of Work has flagged off the reconstruction of this road. It has been a very big issue to Kaduna, Kano, Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara. All the states in the northeast use these roads. Plus Niger State, Kogi State, then you move to the south-south and southeast and southwest. It's a very important road. That's why we call it a national asset. And that's why we also call it a legacy project under President Muhammad Buhari. Unfortunately, he was able to complete Lagos, Ibadan. He was able to complete the second Niger bridge substantially, but this one, not much has been done. So we are very happy with what has been done.
Thank you very much.
Okay.